following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to John in Austin, Texas. Hey, John, what's going on?
Hey, buddy.
How you doing, man?
I'm so good I can't stand it. How about you?
Good, man.
God bless you. All of God's best to you and your family.
Wow.
You teach us how to make money. You are such a man of integrity and honesty.
Right.
I so admire what you do in your show, and you just deserve a whole lot of credit. And the other thing is you would be hard-pressed to invest in something that's going to bring you a better return than that gold report. It is fantastic, buddy. And I just so appreciate you helping us make money.
I appreciate it, man.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Believe in the magic of tomorrow, and your spirits will be lifted on the wings of hope. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 43, NASDAQ down 9, S&P's up 2, gold contract down $10.30, traded at $1,167 an ounce. Silver down 20 cents at $15.71 an ounce. Platinum down 14 at $1,004 an ounce. Copper flat at $2.35 a pound. Light sweet crude down $1, $45.28 a barrel. Bonds, 10-year up 9 ticks, 128.27. 30 up a full point, 4 ticks, 158.13. King dollar up 126 ticks, 95.06. The euro is down 6 at 113, and the yen's trading at 119.96. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at it. We have had a nice volatile market out here, an extraordinary way out here today, folks. So, if we start off with the SPY, our benchmark on the SPY is the 202.89, $202.89. That is the swing high of September 17th. Now, each and every day we've been going up to that level. Much lighter volume, holding price. Today, we're still holding price. That being said, what has happened intraday out here is pretty wild. We have gone in the SPY from a high of 203.61, 203.79 rather, back down underneath the 202.89. We got to 202.52. We bounced back up above it, and then we came flying down into 201.95. Now, I suspect what we're going to try to get done here, it's going to be really wild. 202.42 does have a little juice in it, some volume in it intraday. We very well could finish out under that level. We'll see where it shakes out coming into the close. The NDX 100. So if we take a look at the NDX 100, this has failed once again on price, on volume. If we first look at the futures, what you'll see inside the futures is that we got to a price point today of 44.56. The benchmark is 44.41. You know, it doesn't mean you can't make it up there, but right now we're at 44.33. The Qs, the NDX 100, the 3 Qs, what you have with the 3 Qs is this. 3 Qs right now are running out at a price point of 108.30. The high of today is 108.84. It got over the 72, which is the high of the 17th, 56 million shares. Right now, you're underneath it. A couple equities out here, one in particular that has been just massive. You talk about, man, a lot of pain. It's Valiant Pharmaceutical. So right now, folks, Valiant is down $21, which is nothing, by the way, compared to where it was. We're trading at $125. This Valiant had traded down to $88. Monster volume. We're talking about 79 million shares. What that is about at this particular point is that there was a report out this morning, and you can get this report online too. If you go to CITRON report, you'll see what this firm is saying, that Valiant is doing, has done all of the above. It's pretty intense, and what they're saying is that they basically have a third-party seller that they're pushing, that they send the drugs over to. That third party happens to, what they're alleging is that they book them as sales, and then they're actually not sales. They're sitting in a warehouse. You got to read the report. I'm telling you, folks, I think it's real, and I think Valiant is toast, big time. The reason being is that you'll see when you go over there, there's two separate companies that trace down the same phone numbers, and then what Valiant has disclosed, and they disclosed this Monday, and this is kind of interesting as to the aspect of when this actually come out, meaning today versus this come out in a conference call Monday, that they had an option to buy the whole company, and they are the only customer of the company. Bottom line, fraud allegations are big problems. What that has done, no doubt, for the larger owners of Valiant has just put some heat underneath them in an amazing way. I mean, you're talking, that's sad. That's the bottom line. Sad. Okay, so gold contract. Let's go over to the gold contract. Take a look at gold. What we have with gold is this. Gold's trading at 1167. We've done volume. Oh, Jesus. Oh, yeah. 1 second. Jeez. Okay, so we're trading at 1167.10. We've done 114,000 contracts, and you're pulling back into 200,000 contracts. Bottom line, you made it 1163.20. The bottom of that bar that you're going into is 1162.50. That's still saying that gold wants higher price. And in fact, if you look at some of the equities, these equities just refuse to back off. You look at Rango Resources, Rango's down $1.18, 568,000 shares. Well, 568,000 is going into 1.2 million. This baby just does not want to back off, flat out. Bonds. Okay, so what do we have with bonds? When you see this, it's pretty wild. Okay, so bond market out here. We're going topside today. The 10-year is up 9 ticks. We have 770,000 contracts traded. You're gonna need more, but you're inside the higher range. Bottom line is that you are gonna need more as we get up into this 130 area. We go take a look at the 30-year bond. What we have with the 30-year is this. 30-year, yes, it's so wild, man. The 30-year has the juice. This goes back and forth all the time. So the 30-year is up a full point and 5 ticks, 178,000 contracts, and she's in the range now. The range I'm talking about is the higher range. The bottom of the higher range, folks, is 157.15, and you're a point above it. This bond is going to go for the highs, and the high thus far is the 161.17 area. You stay right there, folks. We're going to be coming right back, and hold on, because I'm telling you, man, this market is volatile beyond belief. We've had some wide price spread, accelerated volume, but guess what? All the volume is downtown, folks. Right now, the Dow is up 17, Nasdaq's off 18, S&Ps are off $1.50. We're going to break back.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, Nasdaq, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Until recently, it was almost impossible for the average investor to hedge against currency risk in Europe or Japan. For a bold trade on Europe or Japan that protects against moves in currency, trade HEGE or HEGJ, 2 times currency hedged leveraged ETFs from Direction Investments. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 3. The Nasdaq's down 25. S&Ps are off 3. Now, check this out. This is going to be really wild to watch how this whole thing shakes out. Okay, so if we go over to Valiant Pharmaceutical, folks, okay? Bottom line, the high of today is 148. The low is 88. When you go in and we actually look at the large owners, okay, then now, of course, these large owners have got smoked, and we never like to see anyone get smoked. Bottom line is that if you go down into number 3, it's Pershing Square. Pershing Square owns 5.71% on 19,473,000 shares. That's as of the filing of June 30th. So the way the filings go, folks, the 13F filings, is that June 30th was disclosed on August 15th. You don't know whether Pershing Square, which is Bill Ackman, you don't know whether he has sold any from that point. Now, that being said, check this out. So intraday out here today, what you had is that you had Ackerman saying that he bought 2 million shares, and then simultaneously you had CNBC. Let's see how this worked. It's really a trip. Okay, so let's see how this shook out. Bill Ackman buys 2 million shares of Valiant after it crashes. Hedge fund Bill Ackman purchased 2 million shares of Wednesday when the stock markets declined. CNBC's Scott Wapner reports the stock was down. This is a classic pump, folks. Okay, now we'll see. Ackerman is also the guy that pulled off the option strategy on the takeover of Allergen, which failed, but yet Ackerman made a fortune, and so did Valiant. Okay, that being said, it's going to be really wild if, in fact, now Ackerman. So the allegation is that it's a fraud. Ackerman is on the other side of the trade, meaning he has, developed this whole thesis about Herbalife. And it's going to be really crazy if, in fact, Valiant is the problem. Doesn't mean that Herbalife is not, but this is a big number, man. There's no 2 ways about it. This thing, after the close out here today, tomorrow, there's going to be a lot of discussion about this. When you get a high, well, first off, what you got is this: you have an equity that right now went from $263 down to $88 in 2.5 months. If we bring this back and we put this on a monthly basis, what you're going to see is a destroyed stock now. Anyone and everyone that has bought this stock since July of 2013 is out of business. If you have the art of timing the trade, bottom line, last time this thing had any volume on the way up was 137. Yeah, guess what? It doubled from there. Guess what? You talk about dropping out of bed. Oh, my God, man. That's what they do, folks. They drop out of bed. This looks to me like it's set up to get down to $55. So the story, how the story plays out is going to be a big number. The reason being is that if the allegation is right, this CEO is in big trouble. I mean, big trouble. Okay, yeah. Martha Stewart served time and some crooks get a pass. I suspect if the allegation is correct on what Valiant has done, there's not going to be a pass made here. You know, we'll find out though. What one of the things that they now VRX Valiant did come out and said no. Let's see, the shot color, the company that did publish this report, folks, specializes in short selling. So, you know, there's no doubt that we have to take that into consideration. As I said earlier, you can read this for yourself. The thing that's intriguing, when you read the actual paper, it looks to me like after reading the paper, I'm not sure whether they put this first. It was a question by the New York Times, actually, that got this thing going. And what it had to do with was this third party. This was on the conference call, and what it had to do was the third party drug seller. And, you know, that's where this whole thing is going to shake down. So we'll see where this whole thing is going to shake out. But the problem's in paradise, no doubt about it. We take a look at the CMG. This is another problem in paradise. This is a different one. Bottom line problem with CMG, down $45, taking out the August 24th swing with monster volume. We've done 1.6 million shares. The August 24th low had 844,000. If you want to see the correlation, right, you get 845,000. That's your high volume swing low. As we went higher, well, and that price point is 685. So when you get a high volume swing low, they want to get tested. What happens? We go higher. We go higher, folks, at 419,000. So check it out. If we're all in one building and you're buying a piece of product, would you buy the product when there's only 419,000 of you in the building and the price is $757 versus everyone selling it at $685? I don't think so. You know, you want to wrap your head around being there virtually versus electronically, okay? And if you do that, what you're going to have is you're going to have a better understanding of what you would do. Because when you're hitting those little buttons, you know, on the buy or sell, it's all about supply and demand. If there's more people, guess what? It can go up, it can stay up. If there's less people and you're just pushing out product, that's exactly what it is pushing out product. Let's go take a look at the, so I'll give you some idea of the ups versus the downs. VMware, that's getting killed. Oh, this one's interesting. So VMware's down $26, down 18%. EMC's off big time. But check this out. This is going to be a theme that we can wrap our head around, particularly baby boomers. And what it is this. If you look at HOG, H-O-G, right, what you're going to see is that HOG got blown away yesterday. HOG, on Monday, closed at $56. Now it's trading at $47. A gap lower. Yesterday, monster volume. Okay? Guess what? PII, Polaris. What did that do today? Yesterday was trading at 124. Today you're at 107. Did the same thing. What is that all about? What that's all about, folks, is this. Is that the baby boomer generation, right, bought a lot of things, sold a lot of things, all of the above. Well, guess what? The baby boomer generation is getting smaller. The baby boomer generation already owns all these things, okay? And the demand is dramatically less, the supply is more, and what you'll see, if we pull this back, so check this out, because this is really cool. See, what had happened, and you've heard me talk about this before in the real estate business, the baby boomers themselves, okay, there was 3 cycles over the last 35 years. And if you were at the beginning of the cycle, meaning the beginning of the baby boomers, or somehow you jumped ahead, which you can do very easily, okay, meaning you just get ahead of the crowd, you could say you're lucky, you could say a million different things. The bottom line is that you had so many people after you that you had to make money. That's how that shakes out. Now what you have is this. What this is showing here is that now we have the other side of it. Those industries are going to go away. You stay right there because we'll come back, because this is a fundamental take, folks, but I'm telling you, just wrap your head around it because it's really cool. Because the next baby boomers, which are 35 to 14, are bigger than the baby boomers, so you can get ahead of that crowd. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 6. You get the NASDAQ down 24. S&Ps are off 5.4. So we were talking about hog, that gap down, big volume, broke a swing point. Polaris, gap down, broke a swing point. You know, bottom line is that their customers either have everything they want, meaning as many hollows as you want, and the middle deal there. Okay, so watch this. So let's say you get from 70 years old to about 55. Okay, you get your baby boomers in there. Then the middle of that deal, from about 55 to, even 35, that's where it's light, and that's where what has happened, folks, is this. All these cycles that we have, okay, so picture if I bring you back to 1980, okay? We can bring it back further than that, but 1980, that's when the Dow Industrials decided to take off. I mean, yeah, what was it, 682? I remember I was working out one day, 682 or something like that, 542 or something. Bottom line, as it started going, that's when the top side of the baby boomers were turning 35. That run there was extraordinary. Why? Because everything is coming up in back of you. One begat the next one. Then what ended up happening is that there was a lull. That lull there, every cycle, whether first it was, the stock market got into the real estate. After, this is the whole, do you have a chair at the end of the day or not? So what ends up happening first in the real estate market, of course, is that you buy in real estate, you're leveraging the real estate, does a cash flow. It cash flows at the beginning. Then what ends up happening, doesn't cash flow anymore, people are flipping houses. That is the hot potato. You take it, you hope that you're going to get it. That's insane, by the way, and don't do it, folks, okay? Because that's how the real estate markets crash, and they crash every time, okay? The last time that we had the real estate market crash here in 2007, what was going on then is that you had the mortgage-backed securities, the real estate, and the Dow Industrials crash, so it crashed the whole country. I saw two before that, okay? Bottom line, we'll see another one too, by the way, okay? So then you have the lull, because what would happen is that everyone owned it, so there's no one else to pawn it off to. Bottom line, what you want to find out on a longer-term basis, it's already happening in the real estate market. In the real estate market, what has happened is that the beginning of the next cycle of the more people that have in the baby boomer generation is happening right now. That acceleration is going to go on for a while. What you want to figure out is, what are they buying? They're not buying hogs, and they're not buying Polaris. And, let's go over and we'll take a look at next. Well, they could be buying them, but they're not buying them as much as they needed with the growth. And there it is. Okay, thanks, Z. Okay, so watch this. This is pretty cool. One of our tigers in the den. We're going to go up to Brunswick, BC. Now, so check this out. So Brunswick, folks, okay, is a large seller of a lot of things. One of the things they're a large seller. Well, let's bring him up first. This is so cool, man. I love this when, on a larger basis, you can get a theory going as to what's going on, and you have some factual proof, and we have the factual proof now from Hogg and from Polaris. Now you go into Brunswick. Brunswick, what do? They do a lot of things, okay? It's outdoor markets, okay? It's bowling equipment, which is huge. Outdoor, indoor, marine engines, and pleasure fishing and high-performance boats, okay? So, now, Mercury engines, folks, okay, happen to be about the best engines you can get out there right now. And this is, so I'm going to give you the yin and the yang of this, okay? Inside this company, Mercury years ago was the best, then Yamaha took over. What Mercury has going for it right now is this. Mercury has, if you have a high-performance boat, they have this toggle, and it's like crazy, folks. You can go up to, and this would be like for a 30, 35-foot, 40-foot outboard boat. You can go up to a dock, and you just hit this, and it pushes you right into the dock. Zero. Okay. So that being said, guess what? They're expensive. The way the boating industry goes, the boating industry no doubt has come back from the 2007 level. That being said, most folks that have big boats right now and have had boats, it's not like someone goes out, if you haven't been boating, it's not like you're going to turn 50 or 60 years old and just go get one of these big outboards. It just doesn't happen like that. Most people that have been into it, are still into it, have it, that's it. But guess what? They have boats. Then they got to look at the aspect and say, okay, do I really want to spend $300,000, $400,000, because that's what you're talking, in that context? Well, I'd say no, okay? So, BC, what is that looking at? Well, guess what, man? This thing came off the high. Well, first off, it made a high of $56. That high was generated the month of February. Come down off that first leg, not that heavy, 47. I mean, this thing looks to me like it's going to get croaked too. Let me bring this back a little bit further. Okay, so what this did, this tested its high of 2004, 13 million. And then I did it with 17 million. On this one here, this is what you need. You need a break under $47. A break under 40, and where I'm going with the $47 is this, folks. The October of 2014 high has some decent juice. You break underneath that, then it's done. And I mean done. It's down to $27. Pretty intense, man. And you know, that's on the side going down. Now, on the side going up, as I was just talking there, what you want to find is what are the 35-year-old to 14-year-old in this particular case, what are they going to be going after? And you want to be in that deal first. Some of the high-volume stocks in this low-volume market, let's go take a look at it, because we're still going to have low volume, which is pretty wild. You have EMC's down $1.64. You get GE. General Motors is up $2.30. Sun Edison is off $1. Clack is getting taken over by Lam Research. That's up $10.59. Ferrari just went public. That little baby, I believe, went public. They scored big on this. So this went public. This is trading at $59. No, I guess no. Man, they got $55 at $55 a share. Now that they got the top of the range, and what's going to be intriguing with that, of course, is that you better hope that whoever bought that, you better hope that China comes back quickly, because China is one of their biggest markets, and lately they haven't done well in China. Okay, so when you're pushing IPOs out, man, I'm telling you, pushing paper, folks, that's what Wall Street's about. That's what this whole market is about. How much paper can you push out? When can you push it out? And that's where we stand right now. As we come into this close, it's going to be intriguing to see the SPY. This is going to be the first day that it looks like the SPY is not going to be able to handle that swing point, and that 202.89. And as this bottom line, and I heard Dave White say this at the hour before me coming on. This is a dangerous market. Now watch this. This market here. The Dow's only down 7, Nasdaq's off 28. That's not it. What you have to wrap your head around, folks, is this, is that you have stocks that are down 20 and 25% in one day. That, folks, is insane. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow is down 7, Nasdaq's off 28. S&Ps are off 4.5. We're going to be right back, folks.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile-based scanner in the industry. Powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com. Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund is currently offering 4-year first mortgages on many of the fully renovated properties that it has purchased. The first mortgages are third-party appraised with a maximum loan-to-value ratio of 70%, providing a secured investment that pays a fixed return of 5% annually, which works out to a monthly income of more than $416 per $100,000 investment with your principal intact and secured. These 4-year first mortgages are perfect for anyone looking for a secured investment that provides monthly income much like a CD. For more information, email tigerfund@tfnn.com or click on the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund banner along the right side of the tfnn.com homepage, or call our office directly at 877-518-9190. There's a limited supply, so act now. The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is down 16. Nasdaq's off 33. S&Ps are off 5.5. We take a look at some of the percentages out here. This is what you have. Nasdaq is the one taking the hit. That's down 0.6%. S&Ps are down 0.3. Dow is down 0.8. Inside the Dow, strength versus the weakness. Strength is United Technologies. That's a dead cat bounce. That's been croaked. That's up $2.73. That's the leader inside the Dow. Travelers Insurance is number 2. Now that's been up. That's been a good stock. That's up $2 at $1.10. Boeing is up 257 at 141. 3M is up $1 at 150. 3M is a dog, big time. On the way down, lagging it. Goldman Sachs running on the way down. That's down 465 at $1.80. United Health is getting hit, down $2 at 118. Pfizer is off 51 cents, and McDonald's is down 136. Inside the NDX 100, what do you have? NDX 100, you're down $19. Clack is getting taken over by Lam Research, folks. That's up $10, trading at 64.36. Intuitive Surgical up on numbers, $29 at 502. Biogen is up $10 at 276. Now, Biogen, folks, terrible numbers. They're firing a lot of people. Biogen got as high as 291 today. It's at 276. That 276, you talk about a hit. This was one of the first biotechs to fall apart, and it is one of the largest ones, too. This was trading at $480 in March. Now you're at 276. That is, those equities were taking it up. Now, taking it downtown, Yahoo. Yahoo's down 176. You get Charter Communications down 955. Citrix is down 389. Let's go back to Charter for a second and see what's going on with Charter. That's a hit and a half. Not sure what's going on with that. You know what that might be, man? That might be... What's happening is that the cable companies, folks, just told the... They had sold a lot of product. They had sold the lines to Ma Bell, and Comcast just told them when they had sold them, what they had done, they sold them with the right to use the, well, they have to pay for it, but the right to use the wireless communications. They are going to do that. That's the bottom line. Let's go to Mike in Toronto. Hey, Mike, what's going on?
Yeah, hi. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
Yeah, you spoke about Valiant Pharmaceuticals earlier in your broadcast.
Right.
The real pathetic thing about it is that if it is a fraud, it's been perpetrated in a very weak securities legislated country. It's known as Canada. And, you've heard the Bre-X Minerals scam from 1997.
You know what's so weird about... Yeah, go ahead. Absolutely. What Mike's talking about, Bre-X, folks, is there was a company that was a gold company, supposedly found more gold than ever, and then all of a sudden the CEO either got pushed out or jumped out of a helicopter. All right.
Yeah. But the whole point is that in West Vancouver, okay, there are many mansions, okay, those mansions are occupied by penny stock fraudsters,
Yeah.
to which the SEC has levied multi-million-dollar fines, yet none of them have paid the fines. Okay, and I can tell you, like, even if it is, as you say, it's a fraud. I mean, this guy may only do 2 years in a provincial minimum security institution.
Well, he won't in the United States, man. I understand what you're saying, but, you know, this is listed also in the NYSE. And after Enron, they will toast and roast this guy, man. He will be...
No, he's got lawyers up here in Canada that they'll fight extradition. You know, they'll ask for court. They'll ask for prosecution in Ontario Securities Court. You know, and he'll lose. He'll get guilty. He'll be found guilty, and they'll slap him with a heavy fine. But you know, all his assets are protected. You know, they're probably offshore. You know, he's probably got the CEO and all the upper management. They've probably got a second citizenship somewhere in some banana republic. Okay, I mean, listen,
I understand what you're saying. You know, there's no doubt.
Can I ask you a question? When you're found guilty of drunk driving, what's the normal sentence for killing somebody?
Well,
in a drunk driving case.
Oh, for killing someone? Oh, man,
yeah.
You're probably going to jail down here. In Florida, you're going to jail.
Life? Like
no. If that would be some kind of type of manslaughter, but in Florida, yeah, it depends on what state. You do that in Florida, and they're going to throw the key away. And if you happen to be black in Florida, right? you are going to get life. I mean, there's
okay. They just got a guy came out of a bar. He drove the wrong way on Highway 427, major highway here in Toronto. Killed two people coming home from Georgia. Okay, from Atlanta, Georgia.
Sure.
And he only did 5 years. He's only doing 5 years.
Oh, listen, justice is not just. Okay, there's people, I think, everywhere, including in the United States. Okay, that wouldn't even go away. I mean, so you know, I'm just. In general,
what I'm saying to you is that the TSX, okay, the Toronto Stock Exchange, has a lot of securities which basically should not be listed anywhere.
Yeah,
okay?
there's no doubt.
There's a lot of people, a lot of penny stocks, a lot of on the TSX Venture particularly, and there's a lot of companies up here, even Bombardier, I have doubts about. Okay, I mean they can't even deliver on the Toronto streetcars. Okay, yet people keep buying the stock. Okay, the point is that there's no accountability up here. Okay, the Ontario Securities Commission does not have the teeth that the SEC does. Okay, so they can slap all these fines, and they do it, but they never collect. They like people. It's like a slap on the wrist.
Yeah, no. I understand.
That's why I listen to your show every day. Okay, and I trade U.S. stocks. Okay, yeah. So I keep my powder dry up here in Canada because I really have some doubts about some of these companies.
Yeah, no, listen, I understand, man, and I appreciate the phone call, man.
Okay, bye-bye.
Cooking, brother. Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. And then the key, folks, you know, well, there's a couple different keys, you know, and this is going to shake out pretty quickly because I suspect before the end of the day, you know, there'll be a lot of law enforcement all over Valiant. Okay, they already got subpoenaed for drug pricing. They're going to be all over that and those two companies that they're talking about, and to see if this is a fraud. And if it is, man, I'm telling you, the two different things are happening inside this context. Number one, we're all getting taken to the cleaners in the medical business. I think that's a given. Okay, have been, are. This is the poster child for that. So what ends up happening when you're the poster child, guess what? The poster child wants to get hung out to dry. You know, so if they could hang this guy out to dry, period, without even an allegation, they'd hang him out to dry. You get something going, he's done. We'll see where this shakes out. And I think the way this is going to shake out, too, it's going to be really intriguing to see how Ackerman from Pershing shakes out here. You know, because the first time, the disclosure, when you're over 5%, the disclosure on stock has to be simultaneous. And maybe it was simultaneous if they felt they did it on CNBC, or the release intraday. Because there's a couple targets that intraday, if in fact he did make a trade, and he's a trader, intraday, if you bought this place anywhere near the lows at $90 and you buy $2 million, you sell it at $1.10. It's not bad. It's that's $60 million you can make pretty quickly. He's going to be toasted more than that, though, because the bottom line is that the amount of shares that he owns is extraordinary, okay? So, that's not going to help him. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. Right now, you got the Dow down 32, NASDAQ down 39, S&P's down 20. You can expect we're going to see selling right into the close today, folks. We'll be right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. And, this is going to get nasty. This is pretty wild. This is going to be one of these days that they're going to say, turn these machines off. So what we've just done, the E-minis, folks, just busted their low. When we started the program, the E-minis were at 2024. You're at 11 right now. And, bottom line, this baby can get down another $8. We'll see if it can get down there that fast, but it can. This has been where the consolidation has been in place since the 16th. And it just blew through it, and it blew through it with monster volume, by the way. We go over and we take a look at the NQs. The NQs, now the NASDAQ had failed yesterday. They failed again today. This will be the first day that the S&Ps failed. And we'll see just what type of expansion that you get on a follow-through here. And I do expect the financial press is going to be going crazy tonight because this Valiant deal, folks, is a big deal. Because it always seems that, there's always something that is out of whack that starts large downdrafts. And in this particular case, it very well is going to be Valiant. Well, you could say that, hey, listen, Valiant is the problem child, but you had CMG is down $50, VMW is down $13, Chipotle's down $43, Polaris is down $12, Asbury Automotive is down $10, Charter's down $9, Market Taxes is down $9, Google's down $8, Buffalo Wild Wings is down $9, Endo's down $8.50. Man, you can take your pick. Humana's down $8.50. Carlisle is off $7.40. Panera Bread $7. Time Warner $6.66. You can just keep going, man. It's like crazy. You know, those types of hits. The bailout is here. Well, now what also happens is that the fund itself, okay, the fund that are going to get hit with this Valiant deal, well, guess what, folks? They got to start selling other stocks ASAP. Let's go to Sam in Irvine, California. Hey, Sam, what's going on?
Hello, Tom. Nice to talk to you again.
You also, man.
Nobody can call these markets better than Tom O'Brien.
Oh, yeah,
Just
too
want to
much.
let you know.
Yeah,
Honestly,
thank you.
All day for the last week.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
My question is about TLT going forward in the next couple of months.
So the TLT, folks, is a 20-plus bond ETF. And bottom line, it wants higher price. You know, the bonds are just wild, man. You know, the problem. This is like today. You go into the top of the range with lighter volume, so I still wouldn't buy it, even though they want higher price. That's the other side of this. You know, on a longer term basis, yeah, I think the TLT is going to blow away 128. On a shorter term basis, I mean, you could get into it and then put a stop under 121. That's another way you can do it.
121.
In fact, let me put this on a daily for a second. A weekly, rather. So on a weekly, we're at 121.30. Yeah, on a weekly, it wants to go to 128.92. Yeah, that's a swing that took everything out with volume. That's saying that it actually wants to go to 138.50, man.
And if I get trapped in it, it would be okay.
Well, this is what you have. On a week, when I just put this on a weekly, Sam, this does look really good in a weekly. So on a weekly, this is what it has done this week. You got down to 122.55. It rejected that price, and it's going to have lighter volume. And that's why what happens, folks, is you want to put these on weeklies, monthlies, all of the above, because the daily doesn't look that good, but the weekly looks dynamite, man. The weekly was coming into 50 million. Thus far, we've only done 17. We got 2 days left, so that's going to be a rejection of lower price with lighter volume. Probably closes at the top of its range, and that means that, you know, it's going to go after 128.92.
Tom, thank you very much.
Cooking, brother. Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. You stay right there, folks. We're going to be coming back. Lots of numbers. We're still in the middle of earnings. We'll see how many more frauds we get out here. Dow down 46, NASDAQ off 40, S&P's down 8.5. We're going to be right back.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to Brent in Martinez, California. Hey, Brent, what's going on?
How you doing today, Tom?
I'm doing great, man. You having a good day out there?
I am, thank you. I was really just commenting on the fact that I'm really enjoying the new format with you being there when the market's still open. You've assembled a great group of people. They're all great technicians. And I'm so glad that I first caught you on the radio with your little tiger growl. I'm like, who is this guy? And it got my attention, and it's really made a positive change in my life.
You're awesome, man. Thank you so much.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day in the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Live in faith that the whole world is on your side so long as you are true to the best that is in you. Yesterday's gone. Tomorrow's not here. What are you doing right now? Market-wise! Guys, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials down 48, NASDAQ off 40, S&P's down 11.5, gold contract down $10.60, trading at $1,166 an ounce. Silver down 22 cents at $15.69 an ounce. Platinum off 16 at $1,003 an ounce. Copper flat at $2.35 a pound. Light sweet crude down $1.13, $45.16 a barrel. Bonds 10-year up 10 ticks, 128.28. 30 up 1 full point, 5 ticks, 158.14. Bonds continue to want higher price, lower yield. King dollar up 151 ticks, 95.09. The euro down 7 at 113, and the yen is trading at 119.93. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Can you spell failure, folks? Right across all the indices. This is the first time that the S&P has failed since it's been trying to make this high, and we're going all the way back to October 8th. So what do we have? You do 98 million shares. You get up and over, again, the benchmark. The benchmark is the 17th of September. That high there is 202.89. Now, that high, folks, had 276 million shares. That high was going into the downdraft. So let's walk through this. That was going into the downdraft from the 21st of August. 21st of August, you came down with 346 million. Market tries to get higher. The SPY goes from 182 on August 24th, goes back up to 202. We do 276 million. Market gives it up again. What does the SPY do? It goes from 202 back down to 186. We have the expansion forward. You have that big day on October 2nd. Market goes up 300 points. SPY is up from 189 to 195. Now, what do? October 8th is where it starts trying to get into the high. First time it tries to get in with 156 million shares. Can't make it. Tries to get in with 88 million shares. Can't make it. Then what do? Last Friday, we get over the high, just barely. We do that with 114 million. Correlation there goes like this. 114 million was going into 276. Now, when you go over price and you have lighter volume, bottom line, you can go much higher. Next day, what do? You go from 114 million. One day we do 76 million. So we get to a higher price, volume contracts again. We still stay over the high. Still means you can go higher. We didn't, but it still means it. Next day, yesterday, guess what? We go higher again. 78 million. Watch the correlation. It's sick. 78 million, 76 million, 134 million. Now you're going into the swing with 276, which is going into 346. Bottom line, no juice. What do we do out here finally today? Gives it up. Now you start moving down with 98 million. This baby's going to start. Now, couldn't bust them up. It's going to try to go bust them down to the 159. That's your SPY. Your NDX 100. Now, what did happen is that yesterday the NASDAQ did fail. The NASDAQ had got into the 3Qs, got into the price point out here of the 17th. We got over the 108.72, closed underneath it. Bottom line, NASDAQ failed again out here today, what you can expect inside the NDX 100. That will start making a run back to the lower price points also. Market-wise out here today, we had a heck of a market. You talk about volatility. The volatility was just amazing. The ranges were amazing. If you take a look at the S&P, the S&P opened this morning at 2019, folks. We go up to 34. Monster move. You come all the way back down to 21. You go back up to 31. You come back down to 18. You go back up to 27. And then see, you don't want to be you come down to 08. One of the main, there's a lot of main catalysts out here. The equities, for how the market is down, the Dow is only down 0.2%. The S&Ps are down 0.6, and the NASDAQ is down 0.8. That doesn't say anything about the magnitude of how some of these equities are down. Chipotle was down $39, or 5.6%. Valiant Pharmaceuticals was down $40, or 27%. Allergen was down $16, or 2%. VMware was down $13, or 19%. Polaris down $12, or 10%. Ashbury Automotive down $10, or 11%. Bottom line, big numbers. Big numbers. So what does that say? Well, fair. Let's go over the gold contract next. Gold contract. What do we have with gold? Bottom line, they tried to bring gold lower, got it lower on price, but guess what? We didn't get to the swing. You didn't get to the swing. You have lighter volume. We've done 115,000 contracts out here. The 150,000 contracts, your swing point that you're dealing with in gold is October 14th. That low was 1162.50. We made 1163. You're at 1166. If you look at some of the gold equities, they didn't budge. Rheingold Resources, GOLD. Rheingold is trading at 60. Rheingold's trading at the $69.14. Down $1.09. You pull back with 697,000 shares versus 1.2 million. Big numbers, folks. Bond market. Now, let's get over and take a look at bonds. What do we have with bonds? What we have with bonds is this. We take a look at the 30-year bond. What you're going to see, 30-year bond starts moving topside, again, with volume. We've done 185,000 contracts. You're in the high range. And I suspect this is going to go right after its higher swing point again, which is the 160.50. What we did have out here, the big mover out here today was Valiant. Okay, Valiant this morning, folks. This is what shook out this morning. There was a news item out that Valiant basically was doing an accounting fraud. Valiant has said the allegations are erroneous. We'll see where the whole thing shakes out, and that's all you're going to be hearing about for the next few days. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. Dow Industrials finished down 48. The NASDAQ was off 40. S&Ps were down 12. You stay right there, folks. So come right back.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. We had the Dow finish down 48. NASDAQ was down 40. S&P's off 11. Let's go take a look at American Express. I believe they just come out with some numbers. So let's see what we have here. American Express, the estimate was $1.31. They made $1.24. Their revenue was $8.2 billion. The estimate, so they didn't make their number. AXP, let's see what happens. So it closed at $76.51. Right now it's trading at $74.40. And it's going to be a lot of numbers coming out here, by the way, too. $74.40. Oh, look at this. It's going to go, $72.50. We got a high volume swing low of $71.71. That's where that baby wants to go. Let's go to Brent in Martinez, California. Hey, Brent, what's going on, brother?
Doing well, Tom. How are you today?
Good, thank you.
Nice to talk to you again.
You also, man. So Weight Watchers, huh?
Yeah, I bought some puts this morning when it opened. It just seemed like it was getting pretty extended up there. And kind of thinking that most of the shorts, or a lot of the shorts, I covered the positions with. I just wonder your thoughts.
So, listen to this. This is pretty sick. So, Weight Watchers, folks, okay, Oprah came in and they made a statement, and it's not clear yet exactly what the price is going to be, what she's going to get it at, but they made a statement that Oprah is going to buy 10% of Weight Watchers. That's when Weight Watchers at $6.68. Weight Watchers gapped higher on Monday. It goes up to $15. Yesterday, it goes up to $19. Today, it goes up to $19.94. Now, when that first came out, folks, Weight Watchers had a 57% short interest. Well, take your money and run, because this is pretty sick. Do you know what the short interest is as of today? 74%.
A lot of people have the same idea I had, I guess.
They didn't get the shots out of the stock. Now, folks, the thing is crazy. Don't ever, you shouldn't be short a $6 stock. You know, there's plenty of people that made a fortune in this. This equity, went from a price point of $80 down to $367. I have no idea, $367, yes, $367. I have no idea why you wouldn't close your shot in between there, but they didn't. So, bottom line is that the expansion went up versus down. So what that tells you, folks, this is what it tells you. It tells me that's how much money was made in the way down, and those shots are sitting there and they're fat and happy, and they're saying, thank you, you just gave me a bounce, I'm going to sell the heck out of it like you just did, and I'm going to watch him go out of business. So, crazy, man. I know. That's very unusual, folks, when you see something like that the short interest, that the stock goes up 200% and the short interest goes up with it. That shows that, to me, it shows that there's monster money that was made, and they're just sitting there saying, oh, great, okay, just gave me a shot again at $20 when I think the thing's going out of business. So you got some action, man. Just close that thing tomorrow. You're gonna have the market going with you tomorrow. I suspect that tomorrow's going to be a nasty market, because this Valiant deal is a problem. Just the numbers in general, between Chipotle coming out, VMware, EMC, you can kind of go on and on, folks. There's not any equities that are up, even the ones that are taken over, that are, up the amount of these equities that are down, meaning, 19%. What's crazy is that VMware is down as much as Valiant Pharmaceuticals, man. That's a big number, man, So it's a dangerous...
All right, Have a great day, Tom.
You too, man. Have a great one. Have a safe one. If we go over and we take a look at EMC, folks, you're going to see what EMC did. EMC came off a high of $28.77. That's trading at $25. EMC, bottom line, is the company that Michael Dell wants to buy. I suspect that offer now looks awful good. That's how that's shaking out. We'll see whether he comes back and offers something less than, in fact, what is out there right now. We go take a look at eBay. I believe eBay might have just come out with numbers. eBay closed at $24.21. It's trading up $2 right now, $26.35. And eBay, the estimate was 40 cents. They made 43, so they beat that. They're going to buy back $2.4 billion in stock. My God, you're going to love it. Let me see what eBay is. It's amazing how much money people waste on buying back stock. Yeah, so eBay is down from $29. They're at 26 right now. That's on a shorter-term basis. They always seem to buy back stock at highs. I mean, that's just how it goes. Bottom line, that's just how it goes. We go take a look at the small caps, the IWM. What you're going to see with the small caps also come off. The small caps, folks, are going to be nasty. This is what you have on them. The small caps, number one, couldn't make it to the September 17th level. That September 17th level, the high of that was 118.89. The low was 116. And guess what? Come right down today, monster volume on the way down, 33 million shares. It was making a high yesterday of 20 million. This is going to go after the swing low. That's first swing low is 112.71. The small caps had already busted the August 24th swing low. So I suspect, number one, you're going to get down to the swing low that was generated out here on September 29th. And, we'll see whether that thing is going to hold or whether it's just going to break apart. The reversal in the market out here today, not extraordinary, but bottom line is that the price-wise, pretty big. The Dow had been up $100, now it's down 48. The number in the S&P was pretty amazing. The S&Ps themselves, you talk about a price spread out here. We had a price spread of... 30, 27, 37, 20, 10, 24, 26 points. That's a monster move, folks. And your S&P right now is inside the 2011. What that sets up, you're going to go down to 1982. We'll see whether, how it handles that 1982. You get down there with volume. Guess what? Got to say the S&P was going to get down to 1861. And, of course, you got to remember, in the futures, we still have a high volume swing low at the August 24th level. Now, the danger of the August 24th level is this. Not many stocks, a lot of stocks have already taken out the August 24th swing low. You take out that August 24th swing low, the next stop would be August of 2011. And August of 2011, folks, is a long way down. In fact, here, I'll show you inside the S&P just how far this is down. When you take, if we look at the cash S&P, and we put this back, when you start looking at the August 2011 structure, you're dealing with 1307, and right now we're at 2018, and only a few stocks thus far have got down into that level. But guess what? The elevator down is always fast, folks, much faster than the way up. Coming up the next segment, it's going to be really cool because we get our man, Mr. Chris Gaffney, on. Now, Chris is the president of Everbank World Markets. Now, they just came out with another metal CD, and this is going to be really cool. We're going to talk about this, because this is a CD they put together that just could be a golden ticket. It's gold, it's silver long, and it's the S&P shot using the SPY. We're going to come back with our man, Mr. Chris Gaffney, the president of Everbank. We're going to be talking about it. You stay right there, folks. Dow Industrials closed down 48, NASDAQ off 40, S&P's down 12. We're going to be right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
TFNN has just announced a brand new morning lineup that is geared specifically for traders in this volatile traders market. Every morning at 8 a.m., John Logan starts things off with his daily program, The Global Market Pulse. At 9 a.m., Larry Pesavento trades the market during the market open Monday through Friday on Trade What You See. At 10 a.m., Tom O'Brien hosts the Money Masters for the hour, and Basil Chapman hosts his Tiger Technicians Hour at 11 a.m. From 8 a.m. till noon every market day, these traders are with you as they provide up-to-the-second market information so that you can make the most educated and profitable trades possible. The new TFNN morning lineup is happening right now. Tune in to see for yourself what kind of actionable trading discussion they have each morning, Monday through Friday, starting at 8 a.m., live only on Tiger TV at TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We had the Dow finish down 48, NASDAQ off 40, S&P's down 12.5, and we have our man, Mr. Chris Gaffney. Chris, folks, is the president of Everbank World Markets, and of course, you've heard him many times here at TFNN, and he always seems to be on at the right day. If you come over to our website at TFNN, you hit that banner, folks. First off, what you're going to see, the Everbank. What you're also going to see is a falling market could be your golden ticket. Everbank has just come out with a new market-safe metal hedge CD. We're going to have a talk with Chris about how this works, and it couldn't be at a better time. Chris Gaffney, welcome back to TFNN.
Thanks, Tom. It's always a pleasure to be on.
I'm telling you, this afternoon, right? You get a picture of this, right? Today, folks, the market was volatile beyond belief. The Dow was up 100, ended up down 48. The S&Ps were up 19, they ended up down 11. Bottom line, and, the producer had told me that you're going to be on. I says, oh, man, this is just perfect. So
we get these swings, these wild swings. Nobody knows what direction the Fed's heading. Nobody knows what direction the economies are heading. There's just a lot of question marks out there. And in my opinion, we're going to continue to see these wild swings.
No doubt. Now, talk to us. We know that you have a lot of great products. This product right here is pretty phenomenal. Talk to us about the new market-safe metal hedge CD that you have.
Right. The key to this is it's a market-safe CD, and the principle is protected. And in volatile markets like we're seeing right now, that is one of the most important things, is that no matter what, you're going to get your principal back at the maturity of this CD. But this CD is going to have a 5-year term similar to past market safes.
Yes.
And the return is going to be tied to the upside of gold and silver and the downside of the S&P. So
Right.
we've got 50% of this CD tied to the increase in the price of gold and silver, and then 50% of the return of this CD is going to be tied to the negative return of the S&P. So if metals rise in the stock market or the S&P falls, the investors are going to have a very good return on this CD.
That's right. That would be, so picture, folks, you get 25% gold, 25% silver, 50% short, the SPY. That would be the ultimate. That's the max you could get. On the max you get, it's a 45% capped. Is that correct?
Right. There is a 45% cap on the upside. So the maximum you're going to get is the 45%. And again, the minimum you're going to get is going to be your principal back. So you cannot lose money on this. It is FDIC insured, and it's also available for IRA accounts, which is, it's a nice way to get invested into some pretty volatile markets with some IRA money, if you have some IRA money that you want to put to work.
And folks, the thing that's amazing about the products that Everbank does bring out, these market-safe CDs, is you have zero principal risk. And, Chris, it's intriguing. You and I have been around, and most of the listeners have been around enough. When you're 20, 25 years old, we always think that we know everything in the world. And, you think, I remember when I first got in this business, Chris, I come from another business and always made a lot of money. I thought, hey, I'm going to make a lot of money. You always make, if you work, you make a lot of money. Well, guess what?
Yeah.
In the finance business, you can work and not make a lot of money.
Yeah, you can't predict these markets. And no matter how long you've been at it, and I've been at it for a good while, you learn quickly that once you think you have them figured out, they throw you a curve. And that's why, the certainty of the return of principal is comforting. And again, a lot of people think this market's in maybe a bubble. And what happens when these interest rates start moving higher? And what happens if we do see a hard landing on China, or Europe continues to weaken? The U.S. Maybe is in as strong position as many thought it was.
Well, I was talking a little bit earlier about, the aspect of, where the markets were today, is not the end of the world. Meaning today, the Dow is down to 0.3, the S&P 0.5, and the NASDAQ 0.8. But inside the market, you had Chipotle down $40, you had Valiant down 28, you had Allergen down 16. VMware is down 19%. You're talking some, monster numbers, So we know that the underlying market right now, that doesn't happen unless there's problems out here. Now,
it's uncertain.
November 12th, what happens with these products, folks, okay, is that you want to get them funded. Now, my understanding is November 12th is the deadline we're dealing with, right?
That is the funding deadline. We just opened it up for investors, and the minimum is $1,500. So what happens is you have to open an account at Everbank, or if you already have an account at Everbank, you can just give us a call. You put the money, whatever money you want to put into the CD is held in an interest-bearing account until the issue date of the CD. So we gather funds until November 12th, and then we'll have an issue date, and then everyone will get invested into the CD. So yes, it's a limited time offer. It's one that we can do right now through some of the different hedging strategies that we have. And so it's not something that, is going to be around for a long time. Yeah.
And, I have to tell you, we've got some amazing feedback from our clients. I've got emails. We've got calls on the air. The last time you were talking about, you had, gold coins that were $75 over spot, all in, delivered to your house. Silver was $7. What we hadn't talked about was the platinum coins, and we had tigers and tigresses getting the platinum coins. I got a couple emails, and it's so cool because you couldn't get platinum anywhere.
Right. We had some in position and continue to be able to offer up the platinum coins.
That was, folks, it was an amazing deal. Because what does happen is that platinum's very tough to get. And of course, the platinum has been on the move, but that was great hearing, man. It was just fabulous.
We appreciate the feedback, and your listeners are certainly excited when we come out with these new products. We love to hear them call in and give us their opinions on them. So we value that, and we try to actually design these products to meet what people want. So if you have an idea for a product that you need, give us a call, and we'll see if we can design one.
Well, I would say, Chris, that this one absolutely fits our demographic here. No, you know what? Because I'm a wicked bear, and of course I'm in the gold market in a big way. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but it's just, hey, listen, you want to buy things at lows and sell them at highs, and in this particular case, you're talking about you can't lose any money. That's a whole different ball game.
Yeah.
Folks, their phone number for this product is 855-750-4051. That's 855-750-4051. It's the Market Safe Metals Hedge CD. Chris, it's always a pleasure. I think you people are so creative, and it's so cool that you can buy a product and have your principal guaranteed, man. I mean,
you bet.
That's a big number.
Always enjoy talking to you, Tom.
Thanks so much, man. Have a great one. Have a safe one.
You too.
That phone number again, folks, is 855-750-4051. And don't forget, folks, every market day at 10 o'clock, I do an update, a 5-minute update in the whole market. It's sponsored by Everbank. You can get it on YouTube. You can get it on Twitter. You can get it on Facebook. You can get it on TFNN. Check it out. 10 o'clock every morning. They have a great spot. We send it right around the world. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We're going to be coming right back. Dow Industrials finished down 48. NASDAQ was off 40. S&P's down 10. We're going to be right back, folks.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile-based scanner in the industry. Powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien. Welcome back, folks. I'm going to read you a story. This is pretty amazing because depending on how long you've been in the marketplace, you're going to remember this stock. But I didn't know that this is how Valiant actually came into being. So this is a story that's just come across the Bloomberg. Okay, so it says Valiant cash shadow over pharma M&A. When the bellwether pharmaceutical M&A plunges 30% in 3 days, that can't be a good sign for deal activity in the industry. Healthcare mergers and acquisitions this year have reached a record $393 billion. Almost two-thirds of that amount reflects deals among drug makers. Valiant Pharmaceuticals showed the way for many buyers, which have begun to almost mimic its aggressive acquisition strategy in hopes of capturing the stock gains Valiant achieved over the past years. So the way that Valiant would do things, folks, they'd buy the stock, bottom line, mark up the drug price, you know, and look like they're making money. Now, the allegation today is different. I'll go through that for a second, but that was the basis of their business plan, and they did it over and over again. Quick recap. Valiant was a little-known U.S. drug maker with a sub-$3 billion market cap that merged with a Canadian company, BioVail, in 2010. Okay, check this out, folks. BioVail, I remember this BioVail big time. BioVail from 1994 to like 1999 was always, this is crazy, because Valiant is getting accused of basically channel stuffing right now. BioVail was always a big shot position, was always getting accused of something. It's blowing my mind that that's who they merged with in order to basically, you know, get going. With the transaction, Valiant gained the benefit of Canada's lower corporate tax rate, and it used the money to make continuous acquisitions, giving it one of the fastest growth rates. The shares had quadrupled in the 3 years through September 18th, before the beginning of a sharp tumble because of scrutiny over how the $41 billion company significantly increases the prices of drugs it purchased. All these drug companies, folks, I'm sure, want to basically hang that young hedge fund guy that bought one company. What did he raise the drug from like $7 to $358? That's how this whole thing cracked. Okay. So the rise of Valiant coincided with the looming patent expirations on household name medications owned by major drug companies starved for growth, which helped bring about the most takeover spree in the industry has ever seen. Not only is volume at a record, but the prices being paid relative to sales and EBITDA have never been as rich. But that being said, what you did have is this, folks. Valiant was taking companies over also with stock. So those companies that got taken over with stock got toasted and roasted too. The high takeover prices on their own haven't diminished the appetite, but what's happening with Valiant and his peers could. Cretan Research. Now, so here goes the paper. Now, you can get this paper, folks, and read it. It's a pretty cool paper. If you go to just Google Cretan Research, the paper's online. Cretan Research, which often highlights the short case for a stock, published a note Wednesday that said Valiant and Philidor, a specialty pharmaceutical, have created an entire network of phantom captive pharmacies to record phantom sales or stuff the channel. That's a fraud, by the way, and avoid scrutiny from the audience, from the auditors. Valiant called the allegation erroneous and said that there isn't any sales benefit from any inventory held at the specialty pharmacies that distribute these drugs. It adds to the questions of Valiant has been facing this year with respect to the sustainability of a deal-driven business model. The company has a large amount of debt and spends very little on research and development of new drugs or any indications for its current products. Chief Executive Michael Pearson did say this week that Valiant will increase its R&D expenses next year, but the estimate is still relatively small compared to the revenue. Horizon Pharma, which has a $1.7 billion outstanding bid for another company, is among the stocks that also fell. A New York Times article this week said Horizon has been urging doctors to send prescriptions to the mail order specialty pharmacy affiliated with the company, similar to what Valiant does. Shares of the company that take over Target are now trading as if the deal won't happen. So when you read this paper, folks, what gets intriguing about the paper is that you do have the research was done by a short seller. That being said, what you're going to see at the very beginning of the paper is that it was actually, it seems that it was the New York Times, and I can't wait to see that paper tomorrow, and the Wall Street Journal. It was the New York Times that asked the question Monday on a conference call, and that's the first question that is asking there. And what is asked specifically is about this other company. And what had to be disclosed is that what the market didn't know is that Valiant had an option to buy the whole other company, when in fact, why would you buy the company when you are the only customer of the company? Then there is a second company. So, one company is in the Midwest, another is, I believe, in the East, maybe West Coast of Canada. There's two different companies. Well, what ends up happening inside the paper is that, guess what? When you track back two different companies, and this is going to be really crazy, because on the website, which they show on the website, it is the exact same phone number and the folks that are dealing with the company. So, bottom line, I think it's going to be a huge problem. That's one of the problems. I think another problem that's going to be out there is that intraday out here, what you had is that Bill Ackman, who is one of the largest holders inside Valiant, turned around and called Scott Wapner from CNBC, told him that he bought, here, let me pull this up for you for a second, VRX, so you can see this, how this whole thing can shake out. Because this is, Ackerman always threads this line too. Ackerman, you know, he's a brilliant guy beyond belief. There's no two ways about that. Ackerman's the one that pulled off the option deal on Allergan, folks, made a fortune. So didn't Valiant. They didn't get the company. And I'm sure Allergan shareholders right now are elated they didn't get the company. But he made a fortune because he bought options on Allergan. Him and the CEO of Valiant got together. They went after Allergan. Bottom line, SEC didn't go after him. Now, that being said, Pershing Square, who is Ackerman's company, as of the 30th of June, owns 19.7 million. You can imagine, just multiply 19 million times, well, I think it's down, what is it down, over $100 in 2 weeks? No, in a month. No, it's more than that. So it's 263. It just went from 263 to $88 today to 118. Bottom line, you're talking about monster numbers. Well, what happened is that intraday, Ackerman calls Scott Wapner, tells Scott Wapner that he just bought 2 million shares. Simultaneously, CNBC reports that the company says that the allegations are false. Well, what does the stock do? The stock goes from $88 and bounces up to $128. So in that aspect, you can kind of look at it and say, okay, where was the buy? Number one, you know, 2 million times what? That's even 2 million times $30. That's a quick 6 million. You know, we'll see whether he bought and sold. I suspect that he didn't sell them, because if he did sell them and that the pump was out there just to bail out something, that'd be pretty intense. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. You're going to be coming right back. Dow finished down 48. NASDAQ down 40. S&P's down 9.5. We're going to be back with some numbers, and there's some decent numbers after the close audio, as Tiger Terry is saying. We're going to be right back, folks.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund is currently offering 4-year first mortgages on many of the fully renovated properties that it has purchased. The first mortgages are third-party appraised with a maximum loan-to-value ratio of 70%, providing a secured investment that pays a fixed return of 5% annually, which works out to a monthly income of more than $416 per $100,000 investment with your principal intact and secured. These 4-year first mortgages are perfect for anyone looking for a secured investment that provides monthly income much like a CD. For more information, email tigerfund@tfnn.com or click on the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund banner along the right side of the tfnn.com homepage, or call our office directly at 877-518-9190. There's a limited supply, so act now.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. And don't forget, folks, if you'd like to get more information, take a look at that Market Safe Metals Hedge CD from Everbank. You can give them a call at 855-750-4051. That's 855-750-4051. And the way that works, just once again, that is a product. It's a $1,500 minimum deposit. Your principal is protected. It's a 5-year product. You cannot lose money on it. It's 25% long gold, 25% long silver, 50% short the SPY. That's how it works. Now, we got an important announcement. We got our man, Mr. Andy Hecht. It's his birthday today. I want to wish Andy a big, healthy, happy birthday and many more. We appreciate him growling and prowling with us out here. He's a awesome host, awesome person, and it's just a beautiful thing to have him. Okay, Texas Instruments, TXN. We got some action here, folks. This is an equity that's up. That closed at $51.90. That's trading up $5 at $56.42 after hours. Numbers go like this on Texas Instruments. The estimate was 67 cents. They made 76. Big number. There's no doubt. And let's see what they're saying. Texas Instruments, the largest maker of analog semiconductors, predicted sales and profit may beat analyst estimates on stronger orders for electronic components. Fourth quarter net income will be 64 cents to 74 cents on sales of $3 billion to $3.33 billion, the Dallas company said Wednesday in a statement. That compared with analyst average estimates of profit of 62 cents a share on revenue of $3.1 billion. Texas Instruments has thousands of products and customers spanning from consumer electronics to military hardware. Investors and analysts use its earnings to predict a bellwether for demand across the economy. Slowing orders of chip makers of chips used by industrial equipment may be weighing on Texas earnings. Well, bottom line, nothing's weighing on their earnings, folks. They are holding up. Automotive is up good. Well, yeah, they've been selling more cars. More cars have been sold this year, folks, I believe, than before the 2006. Big numbers. There's no two ways about that. Now, let's go overseas, because what we're going to see, we have China open up, and China, folks, came down last night and came down hard. You had the Shanghai was only down 0.3%. The Shanghai, Hang Seng was down 0.3. Shanghai was down 3%. Now, what the Shanghai did is not only came down, it came down with juice, folks. And, when I was looking at the Shanghai, the first time that we went up with volume was October 12th. Now, you didn't get to the swing point. You went up with 38 billion. It was the first time in, well, not years, but months that you went up with something. Well, guess what? That just destroyed that, because we just went from a price point of 34.47 to 32.65, and you did that with 45 billion versus 38 and the way up. The amazing thing to me is that when you hear, and this is a contrarian fundamental take that I'm going to say to you right now, but when you hear all the mutual fund guys, all the broker-dealer guys, what they're all out there saying now is that China doesn't matter. It's like, oh, really? So on the way up, they're saying, hey, China's growing, growing, growing. Put your money to work. Put your money to work. Now all of a sudden it doesn't matter. Guess what, folks? It matters. It matters in a big way. Bottom line, you can actually learn more. What I've seen in life, not just in the markets, is that you can actually learn more by someone saying something. They think they're saying something positive, and you know this in a common sense way. If you had paid attention to them before, and they change that, especially when someone wants to be taking in money. So they're taking in money before saying it's important that China goes up. Then you hear the flip side of it. Say, you got to be kidding me, man. And so, you know what? Trust yourself, folks. That's the bottom line. Always remember, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it like a nice big motion picture. Step into it, take ownership of it, and fly with it. Everything you need is right inside you. Grab it and run. Thanks for being here, folks. Look forward to speaking tomorrow. Go get them, folks.